Today, we're cranking it back to a time when big hair was the thing. Cassette tapes were the soundtrack of our lives, and everything from our clothes to our gadgets had a little extra flair. Buckle up, because we're about to hit rewind on 10 things only those who grew up in the 80s will remember, right here on the Great American Time Machine. Before smartphones and digital albums, instant photography meant a Polaroid camera. These chunky, futuristic devices turned everyday moments into tangible keepsakes in under a minute. You'd load a film pack, snap a photo, and out slid a square with a soft hiss. A glossy mystery waiting to reveal itself. There was a magic to watching the image develop in real time. Even if the quality was hit or miss, no retakes, no filters, just raw real-life moments captured in awkward lighting and poor framing. Families kept shoeboxes full of these imperfectly perfect photos. Vacations, birthdays, and goofy faces all frozen in time. The Polaroid didn't just document the moment, it was the moment. And that moment usually had your thumb in the corner of the frame. And we're counting them down from number 10. Number 9. Roller skates. The 1980s belonged to the roller rink. Friday and Saturday nights were spent under neon lights, circling to the beat of Madonna, Prince, and the Pointer Sisters. Whether you were perfecting your crossover turns or learning how not to crash into the wall, roller skating was the universal equalizer. Everyone looked a little silly. Everyone fell down and everyone got back up again. You remember the smell of rental skates, the call for the couples skate, and the thrill of gliding under the disco ball made it more than recreation. It was a cultural staple. Beyond the rink, skating around the neighborhood on a sunny afternoon felt like freedom on 4 wheels. The sound of polyurethane wheels on pavement is etched into the memories of anyone who grew up in the 80s. Hey, now's your chance. Hit that subscribe button and let's keep the time travel going. No flux capacitor required. Number 8. Cabbage Patch Kids. These soft-bodied, round-faced dolls were the holy grail of the 1980 toy aisles. They didn't just come with accessories, they came with names, birth certificates, and adoption papers. It wasn't buying a doll, it was welcoming a new member of the family into your household. Every child had their favorite, and some had entire families of Cabbage Patch Kids, each with their own backstory. These dolls sparked full-blown shopping frenzy during the holidays, with parents lining up for hours or throwing elbows for a chance to snag one. For many kids, these weren't toys. They were companions on family trips, tea parties, and grocery store runs. And if you were lucky enough to have one, you knew that you were holding on to a piece of childhood history. Number 7. Before wireless speakers and earbuds, there was the boombox, a rectangular shrine to high-decibel self-expression. Lugging one on your shoulder down the block was the ultimate flex. These machines were heavy, battery-hungry, and capable of shaking your bedroom walls. The double deck was a revelation. You could copy tapes, make custom mixes, and record radio broadcasts with painstaking timing. Mixtapes were personal art forms, and a well-curated one can earn you serious street cred. Whether blasting the latest hip-hop in the park or setting the mood for a backyard hangout, the boombox made music public and portable. If you had one with flashing lights or graphic equalizers, you weren't just cool, you were legendary. Number 6. The Rubik's Cube. It looked innocent enough, just a colorful plastic cube, but solving it was a different story. The Rubik's Cube became the decade's most recognizable brain teaser. With 6 colors and 43 quintillion possible combinations, it challenged the patience and intellect of kids and adults alike. Some cracked the code in seconds. Others faked it by peeling off and resticking the colored stickers. Even unsolved, the cube became a desk fixture, a status symbol, and occasionally a projectile in moments of frustration. It was more than just a toy. It was a lesson in problem-solving, focus, and persistence. And while few ever reached cube-solving mastery, nearly everyone tried, and that was the point. And we're at number 5. Every Saturday had a golden rule. Wake up early, pour a bowl of cereal, and claim the TV before your siblings. This sacred ritual was fueled by hours of cartoons designed specifically for kids. The 80s lineup was unbeatable. He-Man, the Smurfs, Thundercats, G.I. Joe, Jim, and more. These shows weren't just entertainment, they were cultural currency. You talked about them on the playground, reenacted them in your backyard, and begged for the related toys. The networks knew exactly what they were doing. Many shows existed just to sell the action figures, but we didn't care. Saturday mornings were ours, filled with laughter, explosions, moral lessons, and commercial jingles that stuck in your head all week long. We're down to number 4. No school year was complete without a Trapper Keeper. These gloriously over-designed binders were as much about personal expression as organization. Covered in graphics ranging from race cars and lasers to puppies and unicorns, they featured Velcro flaps and folders that clicked into place with satisfying precision. Owning a Trapper Keeper was a sign that you had your academic life together, even if you didn't. Kids scribbled their names in block letters on the inside flap, doodled in the margins, and stashed notes from friends between the folders. Teachers loved them, parents trusted them, students needed them, and if you were spotted with a matching Lisa Frank notebook, instant icon. We're down to number 3, payphones and memorized numbers. Communication in the 80s required a few things: coins, memory, and patience. Payphones were everywhere, on school grounds, outside gas stations, inside shopping malls. If you needed a ride home or had to check in, you'd dial collect or drop in a quarter. You memorized numbers because there was no digital contact list. Calling someone meant remembering their area code and hoping they weren't out. And when the line was busy, well, you just waited. This built a different kind of connection. Calls were purposeful, time-sensitive, and personal. There was an art to making plans and sticking to them. In an age before texting and voicemail, your word and your memory really mattered. Number 2. For a certain demographic, Lisa Frank wasn't just a brand. It was an aesthetic lifestyle. Rainbows, unicorns, leaping dolphins, and dancing bears exploded across pencil cases, folders, and sticker books. Kids curated sticker collections like miniature art galleries, showing them off or carefully trading sparkly and scratch-and-sniff gems during recess. There was an unspoken sticker hierarchy. Fuzzy textures earned respect, glitter was coveted, and holographics were practically currency. Collecting was more than cuteness. It was about creativity, attention to detail, and the joy of ownership. The Lisa Frank universe was unapologetically bright and wildly imaginative. And for many kids, it offered a little magic in every school day. And finally, number 1 on our list of things only those who grew up in the 80s will remember: Garbage Pail Kids. Where Lisa Frank was whimsy, Garbage Pail Kids were warped. These sticker cards spoofed Cabbage Patch Kids in the most grotesque ways. Think exploding heads, oozing noses, and all manner of playground-level humor. They were banned in schools, frowned upon by parents, and absolutely beloved by children. Each card had a pun-based name and a corresponding character in various states of misfortune or mutation. Collecting them was a badge of honor. Trading them was an act of rebellion. The cards captured the more absurd and irreverent side of the decade. They may have been gross, but they were also smartly satirical, and they gave kids a way to push back against the rules in the most 80s way possible. And there you have it. 10 unforgettable icons growing up in the 1980s. Each item a window into a world that moved slower, but lived bigger. Make sure to let us know in the comments what you love most about the 80s, and subscribe now for more time travel back into American history. Right here on the Great American Time Machine.